Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on the doom that came to Gotham. The trailer has dropped, and it's all about Batman in 1920s Gotham. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget Kindle. Unlimited. It's free. It looks kind of fun. It's basically all the Batman villains in their 20s versions. Special guest star, the Demon, Etrigan. He makes an appearance. And a couple other DC characters. I'm not sure who this is. I want to say it's a young Zatanna, maybe? But I don't think so. I think it's a different character. But there's a bunch of magic and supernatural stuff. And it fits well with the Batman character because the 1920s is a time where everything's falling apart. I think this is a version of Poison Ivy. And there's Commissioner Gordon in his role, Alfred. So the animation is kind of close to, I guess Dr. Freeze is in it, and possibly a couple other villains. This, I think, is Thomas Wayne. I think Ra's al Ghul is in it as well. It's just that their costumes are different, the technology's different, so I think it could be fun. And plus, you don't have to adhere to the rules, right? It doesn't matter. It's an Elseworld story. You know, Bruce Wayne could die at the end of it to save Gotham, and it'd be a great ending. Yeah, I would watch it. I mean, first act, it's going to be an Ancient Horror Awakens, right? It's going to be a little bit like, there's a lot of cults in it. So it's going to be like Call of Cthulhu kind of level of stuff, I think. I think that's what they were going for. I think they were kind of going for that without actually expressly state that. And then, so you reintroduce Batman in the 1920s, and that's not hard to do. You know, it's the same story, except takes place at an earlier time. Gotham is Gotham in the 1920s. It's corrupt. It's the 1920s, so there's bootlegging and gangsters and stuff. And Batman's fighting them. Batman actually fits better in this world. He really does. As a character, he kind of fits better in 1920s. Because, keep in mind, the character was created in 1939. Yeah. So this was not too far from that. So it's right. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's right in... the technology wouldn't be that big a jump. Another 20 years... it would be pretty damn close, you know. And the gangsters were still around. If anything, the gangsters were probably more powerful. So, yeah. Second act, the cult, you know, you just ramp it up. I think that's Ra's al Ghul there. So there's monsters and undead, and there's summoning stuff, and then there's a red herring, and Batman accumulates his allies. This crazy little witch girl, and then you know, slowly starts to put the pieces together. In an Elseworld stories, it gives you a little more latitude, right? You could have one of the villains be his friend. You could have one of his normal allies betray him, right? You could have, I don't know, Alfred betray him in the middle of the story. Who cares? You're not going to do this again. Or you might, and keep a continuity going. You might do a sequel, but you're not going to do... you know, you don't have to worry about 50 issues down the road, essentially. But, so the monster, whatever the big thing is, gets revealed, and this has all been a build-up to that. And then it might be that Bruce Wayne makes the ultimate sacrifice, but then falls into the Lazarus pit, and, you know, is resurrected to fight the evil, but in the end, he sacrifices himself, maybe? I don't know. You could go a lot of ways with this. So that's why it kind of makes it a little more exciting and dynamic, as opposed to just another Batman movie. They would not care if that... and I didn't read the comic, or did I? It was out a while ago, I think, right? Um, you know, they could kill off Batman in the comic, so that gives it a little bit more of an edge, a little bit more of excitement to it, because you don't know what they're going to do. It's not like they're going to launch a comic line and then a toy. I mean, they might launch a toy line, but you know, a movie and everything else. They probably won't do that. This is more ancillary. Maybe they might be crazy enough to do it. I think they'd be fools to do that, but I think for a one-shot animated story, this could be fun. This could be exciting if you're a Batman fan like I am. And you get to add in like cool technologies from that era because you know it better, right? It's easier to do when you're building role-playing games, and you go back and look into the history of things when things are invented. You can you can sort of pinpoint areas like, well, this would be state-of-the-art technology. Nobody else would have this. It was literally just invented, and he'd have to know like the inventor. But you could see Bruce Wayne being that guy, right? Like, I don't know if you brought in Tesla or somebody. I think this is after Tesla, but you know what I'm saying. I like the title, "The Doom That Came to Gotham." Sounds very doomy. So this is going, looks like direct to video, as they say, on Blu-ray, digital. I think Mike Mignola worked on this, I want to say. I'm almost sure. Let's check it out. Believe Mike Mignola did the original comic book. Doom That Came to Gotham. There we go. Directed by Christopher Berkeley and Sam Liu. Writers Mike Mignola, yep. Richard Pace, Jace Ricci. And the voice of Batman this time is David Guntoli. I'm not familiar with his work. He sounds fine. Sounds like Batman. Sadly, we've lost Kevin Conroy, but you know, he sounds like a decent Batman. And so look for this soon on digital and Blu-ray. I will. Finally, a Batman thing that's not Batman. It actually has Batman in it. And that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. I will be at Wynn's Brewery in Acco, New Jersey, starting tomorrow at 2 p.m. So come on out, check us out, and we'll see you in the next one.